Hello everyone, I'm making today's vegetable video on one of the rarest vegetables that you may come across in your specialty food stores or if you go to Asian markets. Now if you know which one it is, you might be able to guess since I'm wearing my orange. It's the carrot. Now the carrot has become popular in recent years due to one anime character you may know, Kakarot. Now, he actually gets his name from the Japanese carrot. Now, these things are kind of rare. You may not be able to find them. I was lucky at my local store. They got a shipment in from the Grimmway farms of California. They're the largest producer of the carrot in the United States. Locally owned, so, check them out. They're organic. I haven't dived into this one yet. You may have seen this also in American cartoons. There's this one character, Bugs Bunny. Sometimes he eats these. Now, I've seen some different ways to prepare them. I think I'm going to try the Bugs Bunny first. So I haven't had it yet, but I'm going to try it. So to do that, what you do is you take this end, the small end, not the big end, and you just kind of bite it off. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not a rabbit, so I don't know how it's going to taste. But I'm going to try it out. Let's try it. It's got a good crunch to it. You wouldn't expect that because it's kind of pliable. You can kind of bend it. It doesn't have a lot of spice, not very sweet. It tastes very hearty, like a hearty vegetable. If you've had like a squash or maybe a potato, it's similar to that. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but like I said, this is only one way to prepare it. We're gonna check out one more way to prepare these, because this isn't the way that it was originally prepared. When people first discovered the carrot, they didn't just bite it off. They actually cut it up. So I'm going to show you that way in a little bit, so stay tuned. Okay, so here we see our carrots sitting here on a nice cutting board, because again, we said we were going to cut them. Now, the way that you cut these things is the first thing you do is, again, you take the bigger end, you got to cut that off. Now, in the olden days, they used to do this with a sword. I don't have a sword with me, so I'm just using my regular knife. But we cut the ends off, and there's a few different ways to do it. So the first thing you can do, and this is the oldest technique, is to cut them into little cylinders. So you can cut them right like that. It doesn't take too much skill, so if you're a beginner, this is a good choice to do. We can make nice cylinders like that. Now if you want to get a little bit more advanced, you can take your cylinders and you can cut them a little bit finer into smaller cylinders, or you can even cut them in half. So you get these nice little pieces that form. So those little carrot chunks, those are good for a nice little snack. Now the other way, and this was a technique that was invented by the Chinese, is you can actually cut them long ways. And I don't have a sword, like I said, so this is a little bit harder than normal. You really want to get your cutting sword if you're going to do the Chinese technique. It's a little bit harder. But you can see they give you this nice little log pattern. And so the Chinese prefer this because it's nice and flat. So anything that they want to do, they can set this up as like a little ramp or a little table. So it's a little bit more advanced in a culinary sense. You get a lot more flavor out of it when you do it that way. I had my little chunk. It was good. It was a lot moister than when I Bugs Bunnied it. But when you have it like this, just that flat plane really brings out the right texture, brings the taste out perfectly. Oh, that's a good one. I gotta say, I'm much more impressed than I was before. These are really good. If you find these, I recommend you go ahead and check them out. This is what you want to have. So yeah, the plainer variety of the carrot was the superior variety. And again, I can't quite get over this smooth texture. It feels so good on your tongue. And it does bring out that sweet, juicy taste that you really wouldn't expect from the outside. You don't get that sweet, juicy taste a lot from vegetables, but the carrot really delivers. I feel like this would be really good in maybe like a pie, or if you're making maybe a casserole. Both good choices. So I highly recommend the carrot. I don't recommend the Bugs Bunny so much, but the Chinese planer method, that's the way to go. I just can't resist. So good. So that's going to be it for me today. If you like this video and want to see me review more weird vegetables like the carrot, please let me know in the comments below. Other than that, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Real quick shout out to my man Sledgehammer. He wrote on my last video, "Love what you're doing." I've heard about this strange vegetable called the carrot, so he's the one who suggested this one. And he also goes on to explain about that Chinese method that we were talking about that does really bring out the flavor. So check him out. If you see him in the comments below, check him out. Other than that, again, have a great day.